just beaten England in the rugby. But the reason why it's a little bit different as well today is because we have no electricity in the house, and therefore don't have any Wi-Fi. So I've had to do it on my phone. I've got to watch the match on my phone. Um, yes. So there's if there's any electricians watching, please do get in touch, preferably in the next half an hour, and let me know um, if you are able to fix the my electric. So I don't even know what the Wolves team is. Can somebody help me, please, in the chat? Hello, man's gotta eat. I don't know much, but I love you. Has anybody? Can somebody please? Have you turned it? Have you turned it off and back on again? Yes, Shiv tried that, but the problem is it won't turn back on again. That's the problem. Robert Gordon, hey dude, great song by Cooler Shaker. No changes, that's good. Same 11 as last week. Thank you everybody for letting me know that. Terrible Wolves YouTube channel here, not knowing the team before doing a live stream. But thank you very much for everybody who's letting me know. I'd say that's probably a good thing as well. And what Nuno's probably been looking for the last couple of months is some stability within that. Oh, Robert, that's very kind of you. Always like you the most. I'm talking. Always you talk the most sense. Thank you. It doesn't prove to be a popular opinion most of the time, but I don't do this to be popular at the minute. But yeah, just on the team then, it does seem as if Wolves are. Nuno's been looking for this settled 11 for a long time, and to now have the same 11 for 3 games in a row, I'd say that's really positive. You'd hope as well that think like Willian Jose now having a real good run in the team, settled run in the team, will perhaps provide an assist or a goal perhaps today. That would be pretty positive. I'd hope that he does contribute something in the next couple of games, and he could make a name for himself as well. A good performance against the Villa on in a week's time. That'd be that would be a good way to make a mark for Willian Jose. Yes, if you have any questions for me to answer for you, then put them in the chat. Also, the news this week that Harry, what's the point in investing hard-earned money and time into terrible, amazing thumbnails when you can just make a soft face and the same few people will watch anyway. Is obviously the news this week, big news that's been spoken about widely since last Monday, is that fans back in stadiums, and it does look as if Wolves are keen to have some fans in the ground on the 23rd of May, day after my 30th birthday as well, ladies and gentlemen. So, get your gifts ready to give to me on the Sunday for the United game. I'm not sure how I feel about the sort of the significance of that day and having fans in the ground for that one game. I think I'd rather finish this season as it's been and give us all. Thank you, Shiv. And give fans something to look forward to in August and September when things do get. That's nice, Harry. I've written like a monologue about a week ago about returning to Molineux, and I thought about recording it, but it needs a little bit of work. But thankfully, we've got 3 months or so to work on it to make sure it's perfect before it can actually be used. But yeah, it's coming up to a year now since our last visit to Molineux. I don't know about you lot as well, but I've purposely avoided going there as well because I just thought it'd be too. I don't know. It would make me really sad to sort of go there. It's sad enough just seeing it in the on the telly empty, but to just walk past it, I think would be I don't know, gut wrenching. But yeah, what's the sort of general consensus then here? about the return to fans in stadiums. Are you desperate to get back and would take 7,500 people uh, in May, or would you rather leave it another couple of months until hopefully everything's back open again, and perhaps have 30,000 or maybe 20,000 and sort of go up from there? Harry'd rather wait till it's full again. I think it would be nice to go into the ground and to see a game of football, and it would be a step up from the 2,000 fans that were at the game at Anfield. Wolves had. I think that's the only game we've had. Craig Smith has driven past once, and it was hard. It's weird, isn't it? Like, it's only a building. It's only a building that, we just. But we all do feel this connection to it as well. Miss the overpriced burger and chips outside. Still thinks we should wait till the next season, says Shiv. The fallout of the fans who don't get one of the 7,500 tickets will be too much. Now, I said months ago that if it came to a situation where there were 2,000 tickets available for a Wolves game, and particularly with it, we know that it's only going to be one game. I don't see there being any harm with offering at least 1,000, 2,000 of the 7,500 tickets to NHS staff. I think families of people who perhaps have, I don't know, because that'd be, no, I don't know. But NHS staff certainly, I think, should, regardless of how many loyalty points or whatever, I think for a one-off game at the end of this season, I think it'd be just reward for their work. Teachers as well, maybe, No, but it's certainly NHS staff, Amazon delivery drivers, postmen, those kind of people, I think should be offered at least the chance to go to the Wolves game for one game. I wouldn't feel too upset if I missed out on the last game of the season, so long as I could, definitely have, all of next season. I think it'd be quite a gesture, perhaps from Wolves fans to say, look, have my seat. But I mean, that's been an unpopular opinion of mine before, and it may be unpopular again. The other piece of news, of course, out of Wolves was Graham Hughes sadly passing away yesterday, I believe, or certainly over the last couple of days. So very sad news. I've read there's lots of the tributes to him from various people. The one from Paul Berry that was on the Wolves official website yesterday, I think, was the most moving. I read that this morning, and the bit towards the end when he said that, in the ambulance for the final time, as he made his way to Newcastle or to Compton, I can't remember which way it was, to Compton Hospice. They made a last stop off at the Molyneux for him to have a little look, which was very, very moving. And I think, judging by some of the comments already on here, it's something that I think probably quite a few of us would do. But yeah, I think I've met Graham Hughes. I think that when I've been in to look at the trophy cabinet when I was probably in my teenage years, I think I've had a chat with him. I've certainly seen him. I've been on tours of the ground and stuff and seen him. So he's certainly, one of the mainstays at Molyneux, and so, sad to lose somebody like that so integral at the club. But hopefully they provide a bit of a performance for him tonight. I'm not feeling too optimistic about the game tonight. Just moving on. Newcastle always give us a really tough game anyway, the best of times. We always tend to draw anyway. Bet your mortgage on a 1-1 draw this afternoon. But they do seem to be really, really struggling at the moment, Newcastle. If you were going to pick a time to play them, it would be now. They are they're without Callum Wilson, I believe. He's out for 6 weeks or so with a hamstring injury, I think. So he was probably their biggest goal-scoring threat. But I think the pace that perhaps Maximin will have against our favourite man, Connor Cody, I think it's a little bit it is a bit of a concern, I think, the pace that he might have against us, but it might be that Semedo steps up, shows his pace and shows his ability tonight against Saint-Maximin. Um, but yeah, it's we just need one goal. Can't see them scoring. Says Craig Smith. I think it's not gonna be an entertaining game. Let's put it that way. Joe Linton is up top for them. Was concerned it'd be Carroll because we were looking very shaky on set pieces. But again, that's something that later in the game it might be that that Newcastle bring Carroll on and exploit the gaps that we left in the game against Leeds. But you would hope again that if we spotted it, with the greatest respect to the 9 people watching and myself, if we were able to spot that we were leaving so many players unmarked against Leeds, that surely Nuno's been working on that throughout the week. You'd hope. Steve Bruce likes pasties. Lovely. Of course, there's that little bit of a rivalries there between Nuno and Steve Bruce because of the games in the Championship from a few years ago. Maybe. I don't think there's much between them now, is there? But it's a miracle, really, that Bruce has managed to keep his job all this time. He took over Rafael Benitez. People were saying that he was only going to be lasting a couple of months, but he's kept him up last season. Maybe it's a step too far for him though this season. Who knows? What did everybody think as well? By the way, I've only caught it on Twitter. Wasn't actually watching the game. The Lee Mason earlier on. So Nuno, of course, got fined £25,000. Was it? Certainly a lot of money for his comments about Lee Mason, and then the absolute, I don't even know what to describe it as, monstrosity, circus that was that took place earlier on. It was the weirdest thing I've ever seen. He's a round cabbage. Shiv, I think you're being far too polite there. I give. Well, no, I haven't, Roberto. I'm on my phone. I'm on 4G. The circuits upstairs are fine. Circuits downstairs with the telly and the Xboxes are bad. So sadly, I'm gonna have to watch the game on my phone, like some kind of student. So Lee Mason, what on earth he was thinking with that free kick monstrosity? It just shows it's the main talking point on Match of the Day and stuff like that tonight will be the lack of quality amongst the referees. We didn't have any referees at the last World Cup, I believe. Since like Howard Webb, and he made a huge cock up in the World Cup final. But I don't know. It's just an utter farce. And then VAR, made no sort of. He just held the referee out, just tell him that he it's either a goal or not. It was very, very straightforward. Craig Smith, is that his name? Just have a look. Yeah, Craig Smith has just asked the question: most important position to upgrade in the summer. I know that the club have said categorically it has to be the defence. Personally, I think that has to be the most important position. We need to have a top quality defender who is able to play both at 3 at the back and 4 at the back. Needs to be probably both footed. I think we've got too many defenders at the moment who are pigeonholed into, they can only play on the left-hand side or the right-hand side. Cody's only really strong when he's playing in the middle because of his being right-footed. His pass is out to the right wing. That's the only pass that he ever does. So I think we need to get somebody who's dynamic and versatile enough to be able to play left and right footed in the middle of a back three, or left any of those positions across the back three, and then also in the back four. But I'd also look at having somebody who's good enough on the ball to be able to take it into midfield. At the moment, none of our I know you can argue that they're all midfielders anyway, but they're not defenders at all. So what I'd like to see is having a defender who's good enough on the ball to be able to take it into midfield and to get Wolves at the pitch a little bit. push them up the field a little bit more and in a more positive way, because that's been the problem this year for me, is that the gaps between the thirds of the pitch are so vast that they've really struggled to, break and then defend, because we're just all over the place. So yes, I'm gonna give you 5 more minutes. This has got boring 1-1 all over it. They'll stay up, whether it's so this is talking about the Albion shift, whether it's Luck or Allardyce, they're staying up. I can't see the Albion staying up, surely. I think Newcastle maybe might get dragged in. Well, they are in it at the minute. Fulham seem the most likely of the bottom 3 to get out of it. And I do like Scott Parker as well. I think that he's got sort of enough about him to get Fulham enough points. And I don't know how many, I think probably 34, 35 points is going to be enough this season to get you safe. I think it's, Sheffield United are gone on, what are they on, 11 points still? 12 points maybe. Hello Henry, WWFC, how you doing? But I can't see Albion putting together a strong enough run or to get out of it. I think Fulham have got a couple of decent players. Maybe they can get out of it. I don't really know. I don't watch Fulham enough, let's be honest. Who does? Keep looking at my watch. I don't know who that is. Roberto. Is that the Albion striker? Do you mean Diangana? Is it Diangana? Is that what his name is? I really rate Willian Jose and the impact he's made. Okay, Diangana. Yeah. Okay. Right. I think the impact that Willian Jose's made is really, really positive. It's not something you can measure either. How can you measure sort of bringing in? Having a look at it, they had a snowman's chair. I hope you're right. It's, Allardyce has never been relegated, but I think this is too much for him. He might resign just before they're actually relegated, so that he hasn't got it on his CV. What was I just saying then about Willian Jose? I think he's been exceptional. I really, really like him. The way that he holds the ball up and brings others into play and stuff like that. I think he's a really, really top player, top striker. I think he's been a good addition, and our form has turned around since him and since Johnny have come back into the team, and that's why we're doing so well in recent weeks. So there we go. Right, everybody just left. Oh, a couple of people have rejoined. So I'll just get some score predictions for today's game before I end this stream, and then go to watch the rest of the game on my phone. Can't wait to watch it on my phone. So give me some score predictions. Even Hus, we're finishing off, mate. I'm really sorry. I've turned up 20 minutes late, and then or maybe half an hour late. I've given you 18 minutes, 19 minutes. But thank you very much for joining me, everybody. Give me your score predictions quickly. I'm going for 1-1 because, of course, we're playing Newcastle United. Or Newcastle 1, Wolverhampton Wanderers 1 United. Newcastle's a shit as a 1-0. Or we will win comfortably 3-0. Why not? 2-0, says Craig Smith. 2-0 Wolves, a couple of 2-0s there. Neto and Big Willie. Love that. 2-1 Wolves, Neto and Jose. So that's positive. A goal for Willian. That'd be nice. Huss says 4-1 Wolves. I want one of what he's having, please. I can't see it being more than a tight 1-0, maybe 2-1 like we've had a couple of weeks ago. But it's going to be very low scoring. But let's hope for a positive result for the Wolves. Thank you very much for watching this very hastily put together live stream. Hopefully by the next match on Tuesday I will have some electricity and Wi-Fi and be able to live stream for you. Anyway, Thank you very much, everybody. See you after the game for another match review. Bye.